job here. I'd originally planned on making the second part of the Hunter PvP pet guide as my next project, but I honestly had such a good time putting together the last PvP video that I thought I'd go ahead and just follow it up with another one fairly quickly. As an update to last video's character progress, I'm currently at about 445 item level after 2 or 3 weeks back on the main, and I'm starting to be able to piece together a good amount of corruptions when out doing world PvP, so I can now use the cloak to clear any corruption effects with potentially unfortunate timing. After a couple more weeks of horrific visions, I should be able to get something going with both infinite stars and appendage, with the increased corruption resistance that we'll see, and that really has me looking forward to some of the crazy RNG situations that we may start seeing during these fights. Anyways, back to the clips for now. If you enjoy the video, feel free to leave some feedback and subscribe for similar content in the future. We're starting to put out a lot more going towards Shadowlands here, and this is really just the start. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Three hours later.
We'll go ahead and do sort of a weekly progress highlight as these final clips play out like we did last video. If you've enjoyed the content so far, first of all, thank you for checking it out. Feel free to leave some feedback, and go ahead and subscribe to see similar types of videos moving forward as we finish out BFA and start heading towards the Shadowlands expansion. Outside of the absolute rampage we've been going on in World PvP, I was able to get just a few rank 2s in right before the reset for the first time since coming back, and I was honestly pretty satisfied to go 5-1 as I'm still shaking off some rust. I ended up right around 1800 MMR with a Mistweaver Pug after just those games, so it'll be fun pushing up higher from there in the coming weeks. 2s is really an absolute blast of survival. With that being said, I'm most excited for the Azeroth pieces I got right at the end of the week too. I was basically able to replace all 3 pieces that I had previously and switch everything over to a latent poison build rather than the Blur of Talons loadout that I was running before, without having to sacrifice any of the cooldown reduction on bombs or the 120 focus cap that you get from that Azeroth trait. And I cannot wait to see how powerful this ends up being, given how perfectly it complements my playstyle. Aside from that, we basically just got a bunch of belts from our weekly chests, which is a bit of a bummer. But on the bright side, I did end up filling most of the major gearing holes I had, so things that were like 420 item level or lower. Now that things are starting to settle down as far as replacing pieces of gear so often, I'll likely make a quick little guide for survival regarding my preferred loadout in PvP, so for stuff like talents, PvP talents, essences, corruptions, and so forth, in the very near future. At any rate, thanks again if you've stuck with me this far. Stay tuned for upcoming weekly videos, and we'll see y'all next time.